seen this young man on my channel in a couple of weeks, but he's back to give y'all thrills and chills like he Big Will. It's the big homie Jay Mo in the building. What's up, Jay?
What up? What up? How's everybody?
All right.
We good, man. How about yourself?
All right, hanging in there. Hanging in there.
Now look, I just got to say this before I let Jay Mo have the flow. Y'all ain't going to keep busting on my man Charles, calling him a two-pump chump, okay? You got to understand the situation with the man. The man hadn't got his Peter wet in 3 months. What the hell you expect?
That was a lot.
He ain't got it wet in 3 months, but he had the long stroke for Lucille.
That's because he already let it loose in that chocolate.
We should be picking something up with that.
No, Lucille should be thanking him that he already got a little chocolate to let off that 3-stroke. So she was happy. You know, she went on her church retreat. He went on a retreat of chocolate in the backyard.
So basically, he got rid of the dirty nut with Mabel. Now, she wasn't on the table. She was against the wall.
Right.
So, look, Mabel, even though she ain't get it good, that still was a good cracker to her because she ain't had none in a long time.
And she really wanted it. So sometimes when you really want it,
it was like it was. Well, she was taking them back shots.
Right.
She was throwing it back and everything.
Yeah, because he can't say, like, he only had 3 strokes. He can't be like, oh, that was the greatest.
Trying to behave a little more. I'm trying to behave.
Yeah. Well, see, so yeah, I can't let y'all rag on my man Chuck like that, man.
I'm sorry. I'm going to rag for Chuck.
That's what happened.
Please stay tuned for my video, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. I got a whole mouthful for Chuck. And I don't give up.
Yeah, everybody got something to say about that one. From the man point of view,
Chuck got lucky twice in one night.
Right, he needed that.
Yeah, he did. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know the crew: J Mo, Moochie the Hammer. I'm gonna ask that we all try not to talk over each other in this video. Let people finish what they gotta say.
Okay.
Give it a 5-second pause in between, then jump in. And I'm going to ask everybody to please subscribe to everybody's channel. They all put out great content. They enjoy doing it. And they want to see you come through and do some fun things with them, as BMF is going to be on hiatus during the Super Bowl. And I'm just going to say this. Kansas City is such a big underdog. That's who I'm taking in the Super Bowl. I'm taking Kansas City. And anyone who wants some bets, if you have a good working cash app, first 10 people get a bet. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to give the floor to J Mo. We haven't seen you in a minute, my brother. What did you like about this episode? What didn't you like? And how would you rank this episode?
I mean, I like this episode. It was a good episode. I was, I like how they were showing Meech and Terry learning, getting their feet wet in Atlanta. It wasn't all easy and handed to them. They didn't got, ripped off. But I like how they handled it with Monique. They didn't try to just strong arm. They kind of played the long way with her. And so, they kind of relationship building in a way. Maybe some younger people, after that happened to them, would have just robbed her or stole a car or something or hit her upside the head. But they was like, nah, we on something different. So it's showing how he always was on a little bit different with that. And then I like how we saw how he was networking with, the other dude and stuff. I don't want to get too much, but I like that. And then, of course, Charlie Wacker, he was needing that. I mean, it's only so many times you could flip through the pages. We saw that he was missing, so he must have wore them out. They must have fell apart. He needed to staple them back together or something. But, he tried. She, in a way, I'm going to blame Lucille, a percentage. But at the end of she gets some percentage.
There's nowhere around Lucille don't get a percent. They are a unit. They're supposed to be walking as a unit. I know where J Mo going, So yeah, she definitely gets a percentage. Now we're not saying all of it.
Right. He a man, and
we're
I'm
not
gonna
saying
give
all.
him responsibility for his actions. So he gonna take the majority, no matter what. But hey, you don't leave your man with a full clip. If his clip is empty, he can't shoot nobody.
Especially at that age.
Right.
Yeah, he busting off shots, all right.
That clip was spilling out. It was falling
Bruh.
over the clip. He
Busting up off shots, all right.
he went fully automatic in like 2 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna give Moochie the floor in its entirety, so she can say whatever she got to say about Chuck. Because I can't wait to reply to this.
Is it my turn for me to talk about Chuck?
It's your turn. Talk about
It's
Chuck.
my turn for me to talk about Chuck and his. It was 3 of them in that bed that night. It was her, Chuck, and Gil.
Gil.
Guilt.
Oh.
Guilt.
Oh,
That's what was in there in the bed.
You talking about with Lucille?
With Lucille, Chuck, and Guilt. Yes, it was.
At the end. Yeah.
And it was guilt.
Well, Moochie, at the very least, do you remember how he was having them visions at the sink when he was washing his hands?
Right.
It was guilt there too. He was drowning in a sea of guilt.
No, he was happy. He smiled.
He was happy for a minute. But then once she came in, he wanted to make sure the smell.
She finally acted right.
That he ain't had that smell of what's Mabel on him. He wanted to make sure that he seen him smell that sweater, and you know a sweater keep an odor.
And sure do. Damn right.
Yeah, that perfume would get stuck in there.
So the question is, did Lucille smell Mabel on that sweater?
No, because she wouldn't have did it. She would have stopped. I don't think she smelled it and kept going.
Look, she felt like she approached the person who was the threat. That's how she feels. And so once she came home and she felt like it wasn't no threat, she let them smash,
But here's the problem, Moochie. What the hell be going on at Mabel's house? Damn, everything stay broke at her house. Damn, she got ceiling fans broke. She got cabinets broke. Tables broke.
She probably be going by breaking stuff just to have Charles come over there and fix stuff. She probably broke everything. Oh, they going away this weekend to a church retreat and Charles is staying? I'm breaking everything in this motherfucker.
Yep.
Okay? I'm just saying. Come on. What you mean? Your fan don't work? How many times you gonna fix this 2 girls' fan?
Right.
When Mabel gonna wake? When Lucille gonna wake up?
Got him like the Maytag
That's
man
what
up
I
in there.
wonder. When Lucille gonna wake up and smell a coffee that's brewing? Because it's brewing where it's about to be burned.
So at this party, Moochie and Jay, was this a swingers party? Because did you see Mabel's friend come grab his butt?
I got that in my video.
They're talking to him like he the super hot dad body in the community or something.
And the woman that squeezed his butt had on a wedding ring herself.
So basically, a lot
of people.
You know what? I can't even go into that because that's part of my little thing.
Okay.
But I know they swingers. I agree with you on that. I know they swingers. Like, look, got it written down. So I know they swingers because that looked off. And did you see the guy how he looked too when they walked out? When she was over there, like something like he was all right. Like, all right, you want to hit that? You can hit that.
Oh,
if
that's
that
what
was
he said.
Man. It looked like that. That was the looks I was getting. But anyway,
what about the looks from the white dudes that was in there getting on top of all that chocolate?
You know they like the chocolate. We always talk about this. Come on, Lamont.
They got a sweet tooth.
Once they get the chocolate, they will not be able to resist. Okay.
And there was some chocolate up in that.
It was different shades of chocolate. So you had chocolate caramel, double Dutch chocolate, dark brown chocolate.
Jay, that Mabel,
milk
she is
chocolate.
some good chocolate. Yeah, she's some good milk chocolate.
And you even had chocolate vanilla.
The other lady is good
vanilla.
milk chocolate too. The one that said she was doing nothing with Charles when she was talking to Lucille.
I felt bad for her too, because she seemed like she didn't want to be accused of no black backsliding.
No,
But I
here's
think
the
she
thing.
do like him, but she ain't
Yeah,
did
she
nothing
like
wrong.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
she like
yeah.
him, but she ain't crossed the line.
No,
you know,
she didn't.
She ain't crossed the line, but she would have been willing if Charles was willing. I've always believed that.
But here's the thing.
She should be mad at herself than them women, though.
Yeah, that lady is
Here
thirsty.
y'all go. Y'all want to? It seems like y'all men's, and I'm gonna say men's in plural, want to put all the blame on Lucille because she ain't give it up. And it's not that he's supposed to wanna stay loyal to his wife. Come on.
See,
It's not that simple.
I know she came on to him a lot and broke him down. She did work on him.
Moochie, just like you tried to tell me last week how underage sex, if you was a man under the age of 18 messing around with a woman older, even though it's wrong, we just turn a blind eye to it. Mm-hmm. And in a marriage is no different from a car. You have to do maintenance on that car. Mm-hmm. From two
communication
parts.
Is the key.
Well, that's one of the keys. It ain't the only key.
No.
It's one key, but it's two parts. And when you have two parts, if one part is lagging and they're not doing anything to keep the unit moving, things are going to start to fall apart. And giving your husband some draw is a part of this marriage. Now, if you're not going to give him some, you need to tell him when he's going to get it or what he needs to do to get it.
But you know what, Lamont? I don't think it was only her not giving up the drawers. It was the things she was saying behind it. That's why she apologized to him like that. Because she was talking crazy to him.
Don't no grown man want to live with their mama.
Her husband.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, yo.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
That's a big deal. She said she don't respect her husband. And I think that was the icing on the cake right there that made him, slip.
It was. On top of I haven't had none in 3 months.
Exactly.
So the first layer of the cake for a man, if you ain't giving him none, that just amplifies every other little thing that go on that make you mad with your spouse. Mm-hmm. And that's what was going on with Chuck. And then the part when she said, I don't respect you, just go and throw him to the wolves.
I feel like he still should have been able to, and if he's a church going man like he says he is, or like he portrays he is, I feel like he should have been able to freaking hold it together.
No, them the worst.
Come on, it's the same Saturday she came back. You mean to tell me you couldn't keep it in your pants till your wife got home?
It ain't about that, keep it in the pants. It ain't about keep it in the pants. She wasn't going to give it to you, so you couldn't have kept it in the pants anyway. Yeah, it's only one talking, man. What done happened since I've been gone, man? You didn't turn to the police.
Look, I let you speak the whole time, man, and y'all interrupted me 3 times already. But it's cool.
Man, what is y'all talking?
I stayed on mute while you was talking, but it's cool. Because I know y'all got to, y'all want to pack together as men's and defend all of this and put me in the middle.
Y'all done turned into some conspiracy theorists or something, man. What in the world?
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Talking about we packing together as men's to do whatever. What?
Y'all all men's is packing together, and y'all act like Charles was such the victim in all of this. No, he is not the victim, y'all.
I done forgot what I was even going to say.
The marriage is the victim.
Okay, but the marriage has 2 parts that's suffering. So either they both victims or they're not. But either way, things is not going right, and there are things that need to be done to fix it. And neither one of them was doing it. And somebody got to step up to the plate and get the ball rolling.
I think Charles is going to do that. He's going to step up. Because that's why I mentioned the part about the guilt. Because I felt like when they did that thing and then they had the little love scene with him and Lucille, the look of guilt on his face and shame after he turned things like that. I feel like he is going to, he's going to try to make it up to her. But she's not going to know what's going on unless Mabel, start running her mouth or she start getting crazy.
Okay. Jay, what you got to say in rebuttal?
I'm sorry.
In rebuttal to all the things Moochie said about Chuck and women, and shout out to Eric Iverson. The woman who grabbed his butt is next on Charles' hit list.
Oh, no, man. I got something else I had that I was putting together to come out, so Man, we didn't say. I had something else. I forgot what I was saying, but I don't know. She got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the next one.
We'll move on to the next thing. We'll start from the top on this one real quick. Oh boy. So I think we done found a weakness in the supervillain named Lamar. Take a look at this, and I want to hear if y'all think this is going to be a weakness for him. We learned a whole lot about this dude in this past episode.
I'm dumb because of him. And even if I wanted to make love to you, I can't.
Look, let's be real clear. You ain't never touching me again.
You gotta bring Zoe back home, okay? It messes up kids when they ripped away from their mothers. And my mother died, man. I swear, fuck me all the way up. All I wanted was revenge.
So Jay, is this motherly love gonna be a fly in the ointment for Lamar? Is this gonna be the way we're gonna take him down? What do you think about that statement on Lamar's part?
I mean, I don't think. You mean as far as her getting with him again, or what? That's gonna cost him his life?
Possible. Yeah, cost him his life.
I don't know. I think it actually saved his life. Because when he was there talking with her and showing what he went through, he said, I'm here for a reason. And we later saw at the end what happened. And with that prayer and stuff. So I think it might even make a change and make an opposite effect. Because we know, I mean, and not to say he about to start going to church and become a deacon in the next episode. I ain't going to say it's that extreme. But I think he may let some things go for a while at least. And I think that's what might happen. And he may not be as aggressive with Cash Doll and, you know, his baby. But through time, who knows? He might get frustrated. So, but like his cousin told him, 3 months. So who knows? In 3-4 months, he might be feeling a little better. And maybe this could have been the start of him trying to chill. Because he really didn't sink in yet. But I think at the end, it kind of started to sink in a little bit. So, I don't know.
Can I ask
what
you
you got
something,
for
Jay?
him?
Do you think that prayer helped?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think it connected
what I'm
it.
seeing. Okay.
Yeah, like that connected it. Because he was saying, I'm here for a reason. God got me here for a reason. This, that, and the other. He did make good points about him and Meech is basically the same, which is kind of true. But, yeah. And so then when that prayer came, it connected because he was thinking, I'm here, God saved me for a reason. Then she's saying the prayer and God help him and this and that. So I think it might, like I say, he ain't about to start walking down the street with a Bible. What was that with dead presidents? Well, boy was having the ears. Next thing you know, he the deacon. It ain't about to do that.
About Cleon?
Yeah, Cleon. Yeah. He ain't about to pull a Cleon now. I don't think that's about to happen and stuff. And then he don't know what to do and be the wimp. I don't think that's gonna happen. But he might let a few things go. He might let the chase die down a little bit. So.
Okay.
What you got, Mooch? I'm interested to hear this, and when you're done, I'll finish what I think is gonna happen.
I got a theory video coming, so I'm gonna keep it to a minimum. But I feel like I feel like his whole accident and what he said to Mo, and then the prayer, like what I said, is gonna be the spark that starts him to change his behavior a little bit.
Okay. So you feel like let me do this in a teaser manner. You feel like Lamar is about to be on chill at some point in time.
I won't. He might be on chill, but the question is it too little, too late now?
Okay, so that's where I'm at with it.
The question is too little, too late, because now you done crossed the line when you came to these boys' door.
Yep.
You done came to these boys' door. You done terrified their sister once again. And now what was you gonna do? Was you gonna take out their mama? So now you really crossed the line. It might be too late.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 170 in the building. We don't have enough likes. Please like the video.
Yeah.
And be sure to share, get those likes up. And there is an adjacent podcast that goes up as soon as we're done. Life Games Podcast. You can get it anywhere you want. And I am on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us there. So, Moochie, this is where I'm at with Lamar. I agree the conversation he had with Monique really, really helped. And you got to keep in mind, Monique is still the same girl where this dude read her a banana in a tailpipe poem last year, and that shit was able to get her to drop her drawers.
Banana in a tailpipe.
And now he coming up there giving her some more of this poetry crap, talking about, you know, I've never felt the same after my mama died, all that kind of stuff. And that was enough. When he got there to Meech and Meech's mom prayed, his life, I mean, she saved her own life with that prayer. But this is what I think, Moochie. Him and that desire and that pain from his own mama dying, not being there, him wanting to see his daughter back with Monique is going to lead to them catching him on a snag, setting him up with Monique, and them taking him out, torturing him, doing something. Because you do not let somebody come and threaten your mama's life without vengeance. So I think the key to getting at Lamar is going to be this blind spot he has for Monique and people not being separated from their mamas. They could easily have Monique have him go get her the daughter, which I don't see them doing it, but they could. And that would be the lure to get him out, because you wouldn't see that coming. If Monique said, Lamar, go get your daughter, bring her to me, he would not see that being a setup because his daughter is involved. So that could be an angle that they could use to get Lamar.
That's a good
so that's
one.
what I'm thinking.
But that's not what I was thinking. But I'll elaborate on mine. But that's a good one. I love that.
I got something different.
I feel
was
like
thinking too.
with her, how can I say this? I feel like he's gonna change, but is it too little, too late? That's where I'm at with it.
It's too late, Mooch. It's too late. It's too late.
And that's where I feel like it's too late.
Yep, it's too late. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the big
once he went to their house, he violated, and they gonna take care of him now. Cause now right. That's their mama. Yep. And you know how Meech is with his mama. I'm just saying.
Well, check this out, Mooch. Check this out. You know you ain't supposed to be running up on people's mama. But ain't this poetic justice? Because didn't Meech run up on somebody's mama this season?
Yup. That was a foreshadowing moment that we all missed.
She got it. So, shout out to DeMarcus Vaughn. Meech caught karma because Meech went to that's exactly what we said. Meech went to Rail house and Lamar went to Lucille house. Good point, D. Good point, DV. Then my boy Eric Iverson comes through. Monique will get drugs from Lamar. Yeah, she's probably going to do that too. And you guys let me know what you think about the Lamar saga, man. Are y'all ready for him to be done? Have y'all gotten too much exposure of Lamar?
I love
ready for this? I do too.
I like what's going on with the show. I like everything.
I like that boo-boo bag.
I mean, this was a good episode once again.
Yeah.
I like what was going on. I'm going to wait till you go to the next thing and then, here you go.
Okay.
It's all on you.
Jay, could you see a spinoff with just Lamar, like Raising Lamar, something like that?
Yep, I could. I mean, he got an interesting life. I know about the person, the real life person. So, if they did do it, it's definitely more interesting than some of the stuff we have seen on TV before. And it's real. So, I don't know if anybody know about some of the stuff that he been through in real life when he was even younger, teenage years, before he even met Meech and them. Yeah, he was doing some stuff. His parents, they was out there, and he lived a crazy life from get-go. So, You know, it would be very, very interesting. I'll say that much. Definitely. You know, they got the BMF Immortals or whatever coming spinoff. So if it's a prequel, I mean, they following the same blueprint. But hey, if that blueprint worked and people keep following it, I guess.
I feel like he got a fanfare to where he could bring it where he'll have people watching him.
I'll watch it.
I would watch it too. I'm not even gonna lie about it. If it's a prequel before how we see how he was running the streets, yeah, I could watch it.
But the only sad thing is I'd like to see the same actor.
Yeah.
It is going to be the same actor.
Well, if it's a prequel and he's 15.
If it's a prequel, you probably only going to see a couple of minutes till you might see the beginning of his start in the game, and then it could jump to where he was bubbling. You understand? Because you still got the part up until when he went into the nut house. Because he didn't beat his case, but he got around things by going in there. So I could see it happen, and I would want to see it.
He lived an interesting life.
Definitely.
He never made the money that Meech and them had, but
definitely that's where all the hate come from.
Let me ask both of y'all this: who won in the end? Because he's alive and free right now, and Meech has been in jail for 20 years. So who won?
It's him, because he played the long game.
He don't have no money. He not a rich man today that I know of.
I don't think so either. He looked kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But he got his freedom.
He got his freedom, and he don't look like homeless or nothing like that.
Nah, but he probably look like he probably
a
got
working man or something.
But I'm sorry. He probably got money, but it's not probably not. He probably not bubbling like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he got his freedom, and you know, let's just say that he's lived. Let's say he worth 6 figures. As long as he know how to manage his money,
there you go.
He ain't got nothing to worry about. He's had his freedom all this long.
Doing better than me.
Hustlers that's like that bow out gracefully and still be having their money, don't be having jail time, have a little business, and they got some income coming in where they just low key and a quiet, law-abiding citizen, not flashy.
Gotcha. Shout out to Eric, my man, coming through with all the hits. Goldie in real life died 3 years ago from cancer. Damn.
Wow.
Now, well, let's get on Goldie since my man brought her up.
Okay.
So the fellas track all the way to the A. But before they get to the A, Jay, I'll swing this one to you. They had to go here and pay a visit to Slick Rick James, the cousin. Didn't you see this beat down coming?
Man, definitely. I'm surprised it went down so quick and easy. I mean, I was like, what? It went down so fast, I almost forgot it happened. Dude just found him, whooped him, took his little Toyota Tercel. Hey, but those was the truth back then, though.
I know those used to have the seatbelt that beat in the door and be like,
yeah,
yeah.
Hey, those
well,
was dope.
Cars, y'all.
Yeah, those was dope. And the Nissan Stanza
and the Sentra.
Oh yeah,
The seatbelt would be like,
yep.
Be like, all right, you ain't even got a buckle up there. I wonder why they start making those.
Because nobody used it. Everybody would always unbuckle it.
Really?
And you would just see it going around. I that's why my experience of it. Maybe some women may have kept it, or some people. I don't know.
It's true. I had some. It was somebody I knew that had a car like that.
Oh. Let me find out.
Brought back memories.
Find out. She had entanglements with
be like,
sit
down. You ain't gotta put on nothing. I got it.
Made you feel like you was in the spaceship.
And I was like, oh my God, you got a nice car.
That's the thing men love to hear. That's funny. I remember that Honda Prelude. Yeah, but they had 2 whips though, and they needed that because that Benz got kicked in the rump roast on the way out of Detroit. So
it got smashed in.
Boy, yeah, he had a busted Benzo. So yeah, they downgraded, but it, it's better than it's still clean. You know what I mean? So, and it wasn't on the Benz level then, but it was still nice at the time. So, and as we see, he made use of it. So, hey, he deserved it. He deserved it.
He did. He definitely did. He did that for sure. We'll get to Moochie when she come back, but Jay, we'll go ahead and start talking about Little Miss Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
The boys get down here, they meet Goldie via this cat that was friends with K9, and he takes them to Goldie's shop. And Jay, by the way, did you see them thickums in that strip club? That was
man,
boy,
grown women. That was grown women. Okay.
Super grown women climbing up that pole. All you saw was ripples coming down the pole.
Mm-hmm. A grown woman, look, a grown woman with a thick shape that could jiggle it back when you hit it.
You ain't lying. All of the above. Check all of the above.
You watching Waves when you smack that booty.
You ain't lying.
Ain't even gotta smack it hard. You know, you can lightly tap that when everything ripple.
Yeah, like you throwing a stone in a stream. In a pond, rather.
Right. Somebody in the comments said old women. Them women was in their 20s.
You think?
No, they was real women. That's what it is. Y'all
late
dudes
20s.
not used to seeing that no more, and they giving y'all the real authentic stuff that was out back in those days in the strip clubs. Y'all wasn't seeing no girls with plastic boobs and fake booties and all of that other stuff. People is so caught up in today's time. This is a period piece, so they gotta keep it authentic.
That's true. And how old do you think those women were? I didn't think they was
about 30. I thought they was like 30.
Okay.
Around 30. They definitely wasn't older than 35. But
I didn't think so either.
Yeah. No, they about 30.
I mean, it wasn't like they had freaking bullet holes and freaking stab wounds and stuff. They look pretty decent to me.
The strip club
and
down
I've been
the
to
street
strip
got
clubs. Anywho.
Have you been to some?
Yeah, why not? I used to go with my husband.
I know that's right.
Anywho.
We find out Goldie cheats on the gambling table by switching dice. So Moochie, give me your impressions of Goldie when you first seen her, and how did you think this relationship was going to work out with her and Meech?
Did
we lose you? Yeah, you.
Oh, I thought you was talking to Jay. Okay. First of all, the dude that he helped back in Vegas was in on the whole thing. He was in on it too.
Mm-hmm.
He brought them there to get set up. Even though that's K9's boy.
Right.
As far as the fix, yeah, they was on. Look, my father watched this show with me this weekend.
Oh, he did. Congratulations.
Yes. And he said he liked the part that we was just talking about. And
okay.
And as far as the this part with the dice, he really he was like they shaving the dice. He was like, he called it, I gotta write it down because he's like,
they showed their hands move.
Yeah, he was like,
right.
He said
they shuffled.
He called it something else because my father is like really into gambling and stuff like that. And I had to get the thing. He called it shaving or square. That's what he called it. And he was like, because I said the dice is loaded. He said, no, the dice is not loaded. They shaved. They squared. That's what he said. I was like, oh, shoot. That was something I learned today.
Did he say that makes it roll a certain way or something? Or
Yeah, he's like they fixed the dice a certain way to do it. And
right.
He said sometimes it's impossible to see. So basically, they put a file to it and all of that. My father broke it down to that yesterday.
Yeah, because Jay, my grandma.
I happened to just be there watching the show. I was over there with him, and he watched it with me. And I got like a history lesson about it.
Jay, my grandma used to run numbers, and she used to tell me about how what they would do. You could take a nail file and lightly shave the two corners that you're gonna be betting on. And as long as you roll the dice a certain way, the probability of it landing the way you want it would be that way, because that corner is kind of shaped. So it would roll, and the energy would have it more land on whatever you want to land on. So you would basically, you roll, you take the dice, shave it here so that you got this side you can bet on, then shave it down here on the bottom so that you can bet on this side too.
Well, like, look, your grandmother and my father seemed like they traveled in the same circle.
They was partners. I didn't know the tricks of the trade on that.
You gotta think, North Carolina didn't have legal lottery back in the day. I mean, we didn't have it. So we would have number runners that would collect the money, send the money to New York, and we were doing numbers. My grandma get her little damn almanac and look at the moon and the stars and put the numbers together, and then be coming up with numbers and shit. And I was like, can you come up with a number that say $1 million? Okay, but anyway, Jay, what'd you think about the introduction?
My father still be doing it.
Let me ask y'all this. Did y'all hear about the 18-year-old girl that played the lottery for the first time the other day for a joke and won $36 million?
Get out of here. Black or white? Black or white?
Probably ain't black, but I didn't get to see, but I just saw the article.
She gonna have a father come out of nowhere.
Yep, 18th birthday. Playing it just a joke. I know, right? I'm trying to figure out if she black or white for real. It might be one of mine. Nah.
Bruh.
Let me find out. What state was it?
I gotta reread the thing. I only saw a little bit of it. I ain't see the state or whatever.
Somebody like, where?
Yeah, I got it saved on my thing over here. I'd have to pull it up. But, yeah, man. But, you know, what was we talking about on about the thing? Oh, Goldie.
About Goldie.
Yeah.
Goldie.
You know, that's real messed up that, you know, they got ganked. But everything gonna happen for a reason. And it showed that they got determination and drive in the end. And when they was talking to dude, and he was talking about the dice game, he said, y'all some stick-up kids. And so he was like, no. I thought he was going to give him some credit and try to really do him right, but we see what happened. And so even though they got played by Goldie, like I was saying a little bit earlier, they ended up using it as an opportunity for relationship building, which is the difference between Meech and a lot of other shows or people and things in real life. Not to say he ain't probably never did pull a trigger or something on somebody, but you know, who's to know allegedly what he may have not done in in real life in person. But one thing we do know is that, man, he had the gift of gab, and boy, I know that stuff really does work. And it's been able to get him through a lot of tough situations. And they almost lost it right there. That was luck right there, though, at the end. When he got that right. Woo! That was luck. What y'all think about that one right there? When he had that life or death role.
That was luck, yeah.
That was luck.
Look, that second roll was luck, but it was luck in a good way.
It was.
It didn't look like they was doing what they was doing.
Yeah, yeah. That was a blessing.
Right.
That was like Pulp Fiction when the bullets went around him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Sam got out and he lived, but we see Travolta got killed by himself. Should have got out.
He told him he wanted them.
Yeah.
He wanted them.
That was a blessing right there. And they did got out too. Because what if they'd have stayed trying to do? Who knows what happened? So they got out of there. But that was a blessing though. Was able to come back and make things happen. So that's what's up.
All right. Well, we got a couple of more I want to discuss before we get out of here. We got to talk about Coach Cop and Jen. I told you I really enjoyed Jen's character this year. She's added a dimension to her relationship with Coach Cop that makes them more interesting. But Coach Cop has got a problem. Oh, boy. His son is getting beat up by 3T. And he can't fight. He don't want to know how to fight. and the daddy wants him to defend himself, which I encourage everybody to learn to defend yourself. But instead of doing that, because the son's saying I'm not a fighter, the dad goes and makes B-Mick beat the hell out of these kids. And I'll swing it to you, Moochie. Was this a mistake? Because I think this was a mistake.
This is a mistake, and this is part of my foreshadowing moment. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
Okay.
This is gonna come back to haunt the coach, Coach Cobb.
Okay.
This is gonna come back to haunt Detective Bryant. It's gonna come back and haunt him, and it might get very, 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 very tricky.
Okay. What you think, Jay?
I mean, I thought it was good, and I liked everything about it until he said the boy name. And then that's where he messed up. And that's why I said in my video the other day, you shouldn't have said the boy name. He should have did it differently. I said that he should have went and punked him. He should have went and whooped him in front of everybody at the school and took his J's. And then everybody would have known, oh, you ain't really this. You a punk. And left it out. You know what I'm saying? And his two boys, they wouldn't have did nothing. And everybody would have said, man, y'all ain't really nothing. And he didn't have to say, anything about the other kid. But because he put his name in his mouth, that's going to continue retaliation, which, of course, 1 million people have already said about the gun and all the other stuff that's going to happen and all those theories. So, hey, why would they show it and put it in there and do all of this? It's always foreshadowing. So, I mean, it's no secret he gonna do that. What I think is the problem, especially as a father and a single dad raising my child since 10 months, when you see and recognize things in your children, your job as a parent is to act and do things properly and hopefully in a timely manner. And I think at this point, it's kind of late for karate. He should have saw that his son, around 7 or 8 or 10 even, was the type that was a quiet kid or whatever it is, and he should have got him in that then, so that when this time comes, he's already prepared. And yeah, he's still doing his little comics, but you come up and I'm a Steven Seagal your ass. They're going to be like, leave him alone, boy. He might draw your old self broke up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but that didn't happen. He think because I'm the baddest man in Detroit, it's going to just go through my blood into you, and automatically you'll be, and like he said, Dad, I'm not you, Dad. I'm not you. So, he waited a little too late, and, it was good, but it's going to turn bad, and then the ugly.
I feel like what you're saying, you're on point with it. I feel like with the other thing with him, he probably was so into his work, and his wife was raising the kids where he didn't know all of this was going on with his kid. He probably doesn't even really know him because he probably stays at work all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he gonna probably beat himself over that.
Exactly. That's why I feel like this is where all of the animosity.
That's why the 20-year chase.
Terry and Meech is gonna come from.
Yep.
When we saw that flash forward, this is where we're starting to see everything and the reason why. Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah. Because why else would you be on the job chasing them around this long? You know.
He seems like he's a workaholic. Where before, because remember, his wife passed away. We don't know why, but for some reason he seems like he has animosity. Is it because he was focused on Meech and Terry and all of that? Or is it because, because he has a built-up animosity towards Meech and Terry.
And also...
And it's more so for Meech. So I feel like around the time when his wife died, what was going on?
And also remember, he got that guilt because he used to get paid by Meech.
Exactly. So you got the guilt, you got the wife dying, and now you got the son being bullied.
Yep.
I still think more is going to happen in this story.
I agree.
Because the bullying really don't got nothing to do with Meech per se.
No.
But it does just add more. Like I said, whenever a foundation is starting to get rocky, anything can keep shattering that foundation. I think that the fact that this is just another thing in his life not going right just makes him want to take it out somewhere. But I also think that at some point in time, that son is going to come collateral damage, because we've already seen how this story is going to end. They're going to bust up in there on Southwest T. He's going to have a different partner. He's going to have Leslie Big Bird Jones as his partner, and he's going to bust up in there.
Big Bird.
And that happened 20 some odd years later. He still had that much animosity to come and get both of them. And I think that there's just going to be more that's going to happen. Like, we might see Jen die. And we know they're getting close, because she actually is challenging him in a good way. The way a person who really care about you should challenge you. She's doing that. Something could happen to the son. And I think I would disagree with Jay a little bit. Well, I don't disagree. I actually agree. But at the same time, I think that, yeah, you try to see these things in your children and you try to fix them. But if, like Moochie said, he was never around and couldn't see it, he's trying to do that now. And at the end of the day, every human being needs to learn how to defend themselves, not just from being bullied, but also from regular everyday MFers that would try to run over you verbally.
Right,
if something
right.
happens. And so at some point in time, his son is going to have to man up, or he's going to be walking down that street one day completely naked. No comics, no underwear, and beat up. So I admire Coach Cop trying to toughen him up now, but you're going to have to stick with it. You're going to have to stick with it, because this boy's going to have to look, you ain't got to be a black belt in karate to stand up for yourself. The one thing I know about bullies, you just give them some resistance. You ain't got to whip their ass, but you let them know, I'm not going to be no easy target. They tend to move on to the path of least resistance.
Yeah,
and some point in time, you got to do that. So,
and also,
I just think that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
ahead,
what
Jay.
about switch schools? I ain't think about that, but why he ain't think about that?
He
Why
probably
you
will.
got to
But
public school?
he could.
Yeah.
But he could. But let's say he do switch schools. This boy still got to learn to defend himself, because there's bullies everywhere, even in private school. You got these Fresh
True.
Prince of Bel-Air bullies in private school, and stuff like that.
Give me your
What they
debit
call
card.
it? Yeah, Mean Girls.
Yeah, Mean Girls, right.
You get beat up by the 3 Mean Girls.
You got a good
and
point,
go to
though.
Yeah, you got to do something. But I think this is going to help B. Mickey, to be honest with you. Because now B. Mickey got something he can throw in the cop face. It
could help. It could help or hurt B. Mickey.
It could. It could. Which one do you think it would do more? Help him or hurt him more? Which one?
It could help. Like I said, it could help or hurt B. Mickey. I feel like it could help. It could hurt B. Mickey if things go left.
Okay. Now, last but definitely not least, the fellas arrived to my man Pint house, not knowing it was Pint house, because they see that high. But when they get in there, ladies and gentlemen, it is completely different in the South than what it is in Detroit. Because like Meech and them said, in Detroit, everybody was using that cheap-ass, fake-ass burl wood paneling to put on your house, okay? That old 1960s cheap stuff. He get down here at my man's house, it looked like a strip club in the house.
Boy.
Homeboy's like, look, man, prices is high right now. We taxing the hell out of every key. I can work with you, but you're going to have to do something. And they say, well, we want to see Pine. Well, long story short, Jay, Pine is standing right there, scratching and mixing on the 1s and 2s. So, Jay, my question to you and Moot, starting with Jay, is this the beginning of the BMF national takeover with my dude Pine?
Pint,
yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, half pint. But yeah, definitely, because that's how they're gonna be able to take 2 in the 4 and 4 in the mo. You know what I'm saying? And take over. You know what I'm saying? And Meech is gonna be able to use his gift of gab to bring more people on, and then the way that he party and flash, that's gonna make everybody, you know, be attracted to what's going on. So this is definitely it. And Terry, as we saw, he went straight to the kitchen. And as we know in the end, Terry was more the business side, and he was about the numbers. And I mean, of course, he wasn't gonna be cooking forever, but as we see, he learned the product more. Meech wasn't even interested in that. He talked his way into it. His job was done. He figured out who the man was. You see what I'm saying? Terry would have never figured that part out. So if a person just is looking at the basics, they may look at it as Terry was doing everything, but Terry wouldn't have had the opportunity to cook or even know them if Meech Gift the Gab didn't open up the doors, figure out who the dude was, and not in a way where they said, get the hell out of my house, but in a way like, okay, well, what's up? And then they flip it and make it work, and then he come through. Man, that's hard, man. A lot of people are not men of their word, are not able to make things happen and talk to people without everybody getting mad and things like that. And, you know, they make a good team. And I see how they gonna, I think this is the beginning. And like you say about the cribs, he was like the cars when they went to the college thing, the cribs. He like, we had to sneak around to get stuff in Detroit because most black folks, young, didn't have money. The cops would be on you. What you driving the Benz for and you 18, 19? But there, in the college town, hell, you could be somebody's rich kid at college driving. You blend in. You see what I'm saying? And so he was like, oh, yeah, we ain't never going back. Basically, he picked up the phone like Harlem Nights. Hey, we ain't never coming home. Click.
Mm-hmm.
So
can I piggyback off of what Jay said? As far as with Atlanta, that's when it started bubbling with the music industries too.
Mm-hmm.
So
remember
you
Freak Nick?
have his clean flashy cars there.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember Freak Nick.
Exactly. Freak Nick. I was getting there. Freak Nick and all that other stuff. So
Magic City.
You know, there you go.
Man.
I feel like with this is a playground for Meech. This is his thing. He likes flashy and shiny things.
This is Disneyland.
And he's taking to it like a duck to water. Meanwhile, you see how Terry's kind of standoffish.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we're going to see the separation between the two brothers. As far as, you know, Terry's going to try to play the back and not be as flashy as Meech. And we're going to see how flamboyant and flashy and, you know, flashy Meech is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see all that. You thought he was flashy in Detroit? He's going to be 2 times that now that we in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. And truth be told, they never really had real money in Detroit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
This is when they going to really start bubbling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, another thing that happened in the real life story, my G Pint wound up being a snitch on the organization.
What?
Yep. Oh, Mooch, that was gonna really throw him under the bus because he was the one turning ones into twos and turning twos into fours.
Mm-hmm.
And they had got him
Four
on
in the mouth.
videotape somehow. Yep, got him on videotape somehow.
Yeah,
And
don't
so
you
when
know
it-
no good, so you know he was doing all of the things. Don't you know?
When push came to shove, he was about to throw everybody under the bus. Okay,
He was gonna throw everybody under the bus where the tires roll over them. And they got track marks in their back. Okay.
Boy. Hey, when the
There you
feds knock at the door, things changed. Right.
And Moochie, they don't knock that light. You kidding me?
Look, I was trying to be light because you know I ain't want to throw you off and you be like, Moochie, please. Moochie, please. No, I ain't want to get chastised tonight.
Look, man, I done been on the other side of the
They
door
be like
in
this.
game. Yep. They sure do.
Open
Yeah,
it
they're
up.
That's knocking.
Open it up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to skate on out of here, but let me check in and see what everybody's going to be putting out on their channel before we go. I'll start with you, Mooch. What can the people expect from you over the next couple of days?
All right, so I am coming out with 2 foreshadowing moment and another theory video. Monday at 10, right after you finish Godfather Harlem, I'll do my BMF review. It'll be live where we can interact, play our games like we usually do. So holla at your girl and hit that like button.
You talk like you want to be at the Magic City on the mic.
I gotta like bring y'all to the ever. I gotta bring y'all to the ever right now. So this is me bringing y'all to the ever, and also I'm doing also Your Honor, and I also will be doing Godfather Harlem. So please tune in, keep your notifications on all notifications, and holla at your girl. Come back.
Okay. J-Mo, how you gonna go behind that? Like Chuck or like J-Mo?
Never like Chuck.
I'm gonna toot it over.
Never like Chuck. I need more than the 3-piece extra crisp. But I'm gonna be live tonight for my first reaction for Godfather Harlem at like around 1. So come on through, break it down, first reaction, and then Sunday at 10 for Last of Us, first reaction, and then at 10 on Mondays, as always, talk about, Your Honor, Godfather Harlem, all that good stuff. So come on through, and of course you're gonna get videos sprinkled in between. So just look for that seasoning in between.
Can I ask you a question, Lamont?
Go for it.
Okay, did she come off as the character from Harlem Nights, like I said?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, that's what
I need to see. I need to see more.
She did to me. She came through like how I said, with the jokes.
What you talking about?
She came through like with the no nonsense attitude. Now, the only part we gotta see was what you said, Lamont. Is how she gonna be looking after them girls.
Exactly. If she do that, then she's 100% like Verna from Harlem Nights. 100%.
I am in charge of the girls.
You talking about in Your Honor?
No, we talking about BMF. Monique.
Oh, Monique. Okay.
Character.
Yeah.
I am in charge of the girl.
I am in charge of the girls.
Ain't nothing but a swallow. Well, swallow it and shut the up.
And by the way, to those of you that are not watching Your Honor and Godfather Harlem, damn it, you're missing out. Like, for real. I'm just being 100, man. You are missing. If you think BMF is good, those two shows are as good, and in some cases better. Like, and that's no cap. In some cases, better. Especially Godfather Harlem in the way they tie.
That's a star-studded cast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know how people sleeping on it.
Because it's on Epics. Network. Yep. See? Yep. It's the wrong network. They're not promoting network. It. They just changed Epics into, what did they call Paramount Plus? MGM Plus. Yeah, so they're trying to rebrand, and hopefully with the MGM name and the push, they'll start to bring more attention to that, because that Billy the Kid From is good.
From, Jay. I remember you was doing From last year, and that's a good show.
Man, that's a good show.
That everybody slept on.
Man, everybody sleep on everything on Epics. They're not doing it right. So now, hopefully, more people will see some of this stuff.
Right.
Never know. It's so much stuff to watch.
That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, it's so much opportunity for you to be someone reviewing TV and movies. Hell, you ain't even got to do both. You legitimately could just be a TV reviewer on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you want to go, and build a presence, because there's just so many things to watch now that you can't keep up with all of it. We about to have our hands in an entanglement with BMF, Your Honor, Godfather of Harlem, and Snowfall about to come back out, Bel Air's about to come back out, Quantum Mania Marvel is coming out this month.
It's a whole bunch of stuff. You can't even. It's so much stuff now.
And Your Honor is on Showtime. I wish we wasn't a
pandemic where I could get everything done. If it was a lockdown, where I don't have to leave my house. I'm going right with being a hermit.
And then Cocaine Bear come out this month.
What?
And that's a star-studded cast too.
And they say, and I watched that trailer. I watched your trailer. I watched the Foreman trailer. These shows look like they good.
I miss Cocaine Bear. What is that about?
Oh God!
Basically,
go watch the trailer, son.
Yeah, I would tell you do that. I'll give you a synopsis of the trailer I did, and I actually got to talk to one of the cast members. So basically, back in the 70s, a guy that used to be a Memphis narcotics police officer traded in that job to go work for the Colombian mob and start dealing drugs. He's on a parachute transporting drugs, had too much weight on him, falls, breaks his leg, and died. And guess what comes out the forest and eats over 60 bricks?
Not a bear. Wow.
A bear.
And it lived.
No, it died.
Okay. I thought he was going through terrorizing the woods like just eating people or something. I thought it was like a zombie movie.
He died, but he gonna wreak some havoc before his death.
No. So he died. In real life, Jay, he died. But in the story, they decided to make the story where it's comedy and horror. So in the story, he don't die. Damn it, his attitude multiplied. Okay? This, like, you know how, have you ever punched somebody who's coked up? Them fuckers are strong as hell. They like them things on Last of Us. They like them things on Last of Us. They like the runners and shit. Like, you hit them and they just keep coming. That's how this teddy bear is going to be.
The runners, the clickers.
Yeah.
The
clickers.
The clickers.
Yeah, the clickers. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen my trailer breakdown for Cocaine Teddy Bear,
check that out.
Go check it out. It's guaranteed to be funny. The black guy who plays the mayor in Your Honor, he stars in it.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Ice Cube's son stars in it. As a matter of fact, Ice Cube's son get his hand eaten off by the cocaine bear. Okay, so it's gonna be crazy. Like that's gonna be a sleeper movie. That's gonna be real good.
Isaiah Whitlock.
Yep, Junior at that. Between us, since we family, 2 or 3 of the people on the show want to come do an interview with me afterwards. So stay tuned. We'll see which one I get. It's produced and directed by what is her name? Elizabeth Banks. She played Rita Repulsa in the last Power Rangers that came out. Was the only good thing about that damn movie, ladies and gentlemen. She was the only good thing about that movie. So check out that trailer if you haven't watched. You
talking about Elizabeth Banks, the actress?
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks. Yep.
Blonde. She was in the movie where she was the reporter and was lost or whatever.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, she has been directing lately. I like Elizabeth Banks. She was in Magic Mike Part 2 as well.
Yep. She was also in Curb Your Enthusiasm. She's cool people, man. I mean,
I like Elizabeth Banks' work.
I don't want to fully say that she's the one coming through, but
that's dope if she do. I know how I go with people and schedules. So
thank you.
It's not that easy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Busy
Exactly.
people. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. And it's all love that they just reached out to me. Like I told them it's all love. At least I'm on the radar. So it's all love.
Fingers
crossed. But check out the movie, man. The movie's gonna be good. It looks real. If I lived near y'all, I would definitely be scooping up one of y'all to come with me to do this shit. Because now that we got TikTok, you can stand there and do like a quick, 1 minute. How did you feel? What did you like? Then you can come home and do YouTube later. That type thing. So that's what I'm gonna do with this, and that's what I'm gonna do with Quantum Mania. Because this Quantum Mania, Ant-Man, this is almost Avengers level movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
If y'all don't know about Kang, this dude whips Thanos' ass. This is what y'all need to know. He whips Thanos' ass, okay? How in the hell is Ant-Man supposed to beat him? I have an idea, but I want to see it play out on screen.
Well, I know what's the ultimate what's going to happen. I ain't going to say, but it ain't, yeah. It's going to be something. It's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
I usually do movie reviews, too, like you were saying, but I don't do it on TikTok. I do it live on YouTube in my car.
Okay.
I do movies, or so I did. I done like so many movies, from Star Wars to the last Avatar, and what was the other thing came out? Something that came out. Rock.
Recently?
What was the Rock's movie? Black
Adam.
Black Adam.
Yeah, I did that, and that's just a couple recent ones. Black Adam and Avatar. But yeah, that's a little something. So yeah, try to do it, keep it a little fresh.
Yeah, I did Black Adam, man, and it actually did well on my channel, considering my audience is not comic based. Even though I am, you see all this shit on my wall. Every now and then I dibble dabble in it, just seeing have I grew some audience that's into it. And that movie did well. I mean, that video did well, but YouTube copyright strike.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. That's why I try not to do, but only so much when I put in certain things.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, look at this dude. Got them J's. I remember them.
Those are nice.
Yeah, they right. Is them what's them, the 92s?
These are the 4s. I don't know what year that'd be. That'd be about what, 90?
Oh,
89,
yeah,
90. If he came out in what,
90.
85, 86? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
they
are.
straight.
Ooh, that's Chicago sneaker.
Yeah, that's where Jay at.
Gotta have my mics. I'll show you something else I'll just have right here before we get out of here.
You got a whole chart in the back.
Yeah, I gotta go. Don't step on my blue suede shoes.
Shoot, I got stuff I can pull out too. Shoot, y'all want to see how nerdy I am? Damn it, I got stuff I can pull out. Shoot, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you something nerdy right here. Hold on.
Let me keep pulling out stuff.
This
okay?
gonna make y'all laugh.
Oh Lord.
He's from Hollis, but he make me sick.
I can't stand him no more either. I'm done with him.
Yeah.
He alright.
I don't like that.
He went to school down here where I live at, Winston-Salem State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He
can play
got
ball.
his moments. Yeah, he ain't a scrub. He old now, of course, you know, but he still can shoot. That's the last thing you lose is your J.
Hey, every old man died with his jump shot. The problem is the lateral quickness is all gone. You know, because he was here a couple of years ago playing with some of us, and he's taller than what he looked like on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there here like,
He's really tall?
Like 6'1", 2, 3,
Yeah,
something like that.
6'1". Yeah, he's 6'1". Yeah. But that's it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Y'all be easy. Have a good night. Me and my wife is going to drop out your honor video tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Be sure to follow me on the gram, on the TikTok, and also download that podcast. We'll catch y'all next week.
Deuces.
Damn.